Hey, this is Alex Rome, and today we're going to do some Mura Masa stuff. I think that's how you say it. It's either Mura Masa or Mura Masa. Mura Master, how about that? We're going to do some Mura Master stuff today. And I think I'm going to call this video Mura Masa likes these kind of leads. Because I keep hearing the same lead in like a majority of his popular tracks. And it's basically this and this. And then, so what I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to make a little melody out of this grass marimba, just to remind me of Mura Masa, getting the flow. And then I want to make some drop leads and bass lines. Maybe some percussion that reminds me of Mura Masa as well. So let's get to it, G's. Well, that's pretty quiet. Let's go soft. How about a marimba? Just straight up. I'm looking for that really, straightforward note. Watch this. I'm gonna make a really cool bass line for you. So his beats tend to, or not his beats, his melodies tend to be really quick. The loop is really short. So right now I'm making the bass line, obviously because it's so low pitched. We could go there, or we could go there. This one's more vibey, but this one kind of ends the loop. So we'll see what I end up liking. So if I was Mura Masa, what would I do next? We'll definitely come up with some melody. Now, I'm not 100% sure that that top lead line will be in every melody, every set of chords that he makes, but I know he throws extra notes in there sometimes. But this is pretty cool though, because you can go into some kind of delay plugin and basically make it sound pretty, hopefully make it sound pretty cool. Uh-oh. That might have been a fail. Let's do like one note. What's up with that feedback though? That's some long feedback. What if we throw the ping pong on? Maybe more of a high pass? And we can make it like really quiet. And then we could get some reverb. A big room reverb? What preset have I been into? It's might be Wormhole. Let's try warm haul because it doesn't have a lot of high frequencies. That's what warm means. Alright, so there's our melody, guys. Let's move over to something he'd do for a drop. So the first thing I noticed about his kicks is they're very tiny. Alright, so for the kick, I laid down this nice little trap kick I have, actually, because it's really small and it sounds like he uses a really tiny kick. And it also sounds like he cuts some of the sub bass frequencies out of the kick so that the kick kind of sits on top of the bass line. So I got something like that by adding overdrive to this. Overdrive on trap kicks, my favorite sound. Alright, so now let's add the bass line, and to do that, to get our bass line, we're going to take the bass notes from our handy melody here. So let's go with Serum. Let's turn these buses off. And for this sub bass, I kind of want one of those thrusting sub bass that kind of push. They don't punch though. So we're going to get that straight off. Straight out of the gate. Let's come down here. Lower the octave. It's actually a really nice note. Alright, so I'm going to go here and make some of these notes shorter. And of course, since we have a little bit of a release, we got to leave a little bit of room in between each note. Let's get rid of that. A little long there. Alright, let's get these notes, let's make them a little shorter to leave that little bit of release room, because we don't want our notes to overlap, even though they can't because I'm putting it mono anyway. Nice, that is a Mura Masa bass line. Alright, and so next up we're going to lay down some of the leads. And I hear these leads in a lot of his tracks, similar to what I'm about to make. Not exact, but similar. That's what we could go for. Because it's very, very hard to get the same exact sound unless you're using a preset. So let's go with this. And first thing I'm going to do is take this bass line. Actually, let's take the chords. And straight out of the gate, we're going to get something like this. But that is not what we're going for. Get rid of the leads. And we're going to have to make these sound really like a nice little wobble. Simple little wobble. Let's turn this one on, come down an octave. So that sounds really similar to what he likes to use. And then we're going to OTT this a little bit. You don't want to overdo this. You don't want to overdo this. Remember to remove all those low... my voice cracked a bit. Remember to remove all those low frequencies of chords and leads, because we need room for our sub bass. So then, coupled with our sub bass, now in his drops, it's a little bit more technical the way he builds the rhythm of these chords, but in my drop here, we know what the lead sounds like. So the rhythm could be on you. You could come up with your own rhythm. Let's add the warm haul because that's the preset we've been using. Now, Mura Masa, when we're talking about reverb, I think he uses a small room reverb because it's either small room reverb or a big room reverb with a small amount of it. So if it's big room, there's a small amount, and if it's small room, there's a little bit more of it. So let's go. I was messing around with one of these yesterday, so let's go to, this is one of my favorites. And then the kick. And so at this point you start adding the percussion. That's probably going to be more tropical house style sounding percussion, more of like that futuristic vibe. So I would guess future house, tropical house, any of those. If you want to take inspiration from those genres and make your own drum loop for a drop that sounds like this, that's going to be a Mura Masa sounding drop. So I would say that making a sound like him would take a lot of practice because he's really talented. But what I did here for you today is the basic idea of what I think he goes for. So if you're able to take something value from this tutorial, go ahead, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and stay tuned for more awesome stuff. Peace out.